Alright, so this is like very quick kind of thing. This is essentially I'm gonna add this video as a bonus to both the Bonanza and Forgotten Land playlists. This is essentially the cleanup on them both. I finished them both over the weekend, as far as I'm, as far as I want to do, which is 100%. And I'm just gonna show off like the stuff for them. And I'm gonna start with Kirby. So I got the rest of the trophies. Still haven't done either, so I'll be back in for man in a bit. Sure thing. Come back in 10 minutes. I'm not really even spoiling anything, but like, yeah, if you don't want to see any of the like post game special stuff, then come back in like 10 minutes or so. So I got the rest of the figures in Kirby. It wasn't that hard. I just kind of went back and forth between the Howl Room stage and the Gotcha Machine, and just did that. Got the danger sign. I got group nap time. Got room for one more? Of course. Maybe. We'll see. These three started off napping in a neat row, but if you had to guess which one might push Bandana Waddle Dee out of bed with dolls rolling around, who would it be? If you said Kirby, you win the nap game. Actually, that's when you're playing multiplayer. I'm like, when does this happen? When does Bandana Waddle Dee get back in there with you? I'm going to put some music on, actually, here, too, so we have something to listen to. Which means I should probably lower the volume again. I don't think any of the music is really all that necessary in any of the video clips I recorded here. Where is the good one? Where's the good song here? The one everyone knows. There it is. Spaceship New World. The Spaceship New World is capable of warping to other galaxies. It's a prototype, but it's similar to another ship that once took the travelers to the stars. The familiar theme park Wandaria and a special song, you know the one, were used to make travelers feel safe as they boarded. So, interesting little tidbit about this. If you look at the Lore Starcutter, Magalore's ship from Return to Dreamland, it has this same sphere built into it. Yes, you can never escape the bitch-ass Egg-Ho. He's always going to be relevant. But I guess that's what they mean by it's similar to another ship that once took the travelers to the stars. It must have been the Lore Starcutter of some sort, or a prototype of it. Cactus, always fun. Twinkling Star Shower song sign, good condition. Her song rang out not only on this world, but across the galaxy, riding the radio waves emitting from the spaceship's hangar, long after there was no one around to hear it. It debuted on the ship's departure day, and yes, the soothsaying songstress was among those who chose to remain on the planet. So, interesting thing about this, because the hat kind of gives it away, but who? So, they actually... Oh, that was weird. Did I accidentally... Wait, what? I don't know why that zoomed out for a second there. She stayed behind, yeah. Hey, Robo Bunny. So, interesting thing about this character, she kind of exists officially, like, outside of the game. The actual singer for Forgotten Land's theme songs, I guess they could be dream songs, because Kirby... the actual singer for those songs did live concerts, like Nintendo-sponsored ones, after the game came out. And the interesting thing is that you actually couldn't see her. Like, she was on stage and she wore a dress, but she wore her hat, like, so low that you couldn't see her face. So it was just implied that she was, like, the Forgotten World's singer. And I guess it's made more tragic by the fact that she chose to stay behind. I wonder how many people stayed with her. Like how Otto performs. Yeah, kinda. Hey, Karma, you had a weird dream again? Nice. Shopwagon. Parastella Crystallis Genwell Median Elphalis. The legend of the meteor was considered a fantasy from ancient times, but with the discovery of ID F-86 and the sinking of the islands, it seemed there may be some truth to the story. Just as ancient researchers predicted, the evil meteor soared through space, determined to destroy the world. So that's just the backstory of the older brother. We already knew they were related because of the other trophy. I got a sub 1 minute on the racing game because I did this stage so many times. I perfected it, and I was quite happy with that. Getting sub 58 is really good. Circuit tires for like racing game. So as a reward for collecting every EX figure, the music for the screen is now a special song. I like how the game censored screen there because of the confetti. I think I got this for this. This is what the astronomer Waddle Dee gives you this for getting every trophy. Star-Crossed World complete, just like the 100% for the main one. And I believe we're in sound territory now, like video territory. Kirby, collected all the EX figures and you saved all the Starries? I'm gonna give you a grift of my gratitude. Grift? This DLC was a grift because it's $20. No, it's good. Then it starts playing the Great Cave Offensive theme, like they always do. Heard from a wolf, a birdie playing Kirby. Turns into an EX figure. Hey, Wolfshe. No, I'm just going over a few things in this and Donkey Kong, and then I'm moving on to Mana. I'm done with both games. Took the liberty of turning that special photograph into the last EX figure. Looks like it has a message from Elfilin, too. It's all yours. Thank you, and congrats, Kirby Master. We did it again, didn't we? What an adventure. Kirby, do you remember when we first met? I was stuck and you saved me. Did I ever thank you for that? Well, thank you. We were so caught up in the moment. Loud. We danced and danced. We gotta do this again sometime, Kirby of the Stars. Your friend, Elfilin. Remember when Squeak Scott showed me a splash screen for my birthday? That blew your mind. I didn't know that, too. You could gaze at the special photo in this form whenever you want. Feel free to put it in your house. Wasn't sure what would happen to us when the Star of Darkness fell from the sky, just like the legend warned. But you saved the Starries and saved the world. When I see the what? Kirby, thanks to you, we're all still here, and I still have stars in my eyes. When I see them twinkling, something about the Starries. That's it, Kirby. Those of us from our home planet, Popstar, should expect no less of you. Our pride and joy. You worked so hard to save this world as well. Kirby, congratulations. It literally ends on an Evangelion. Congratulations. Okay, so that's it for Kirby. That's all for Kirby. I do have quite a bit of DK here though. So I did ultimately do everything in Bananza. This boss ended up being a fair bit easier than I thought. I gave up after one attempt because I was like, oh, fuck this. But it ended up not being too bad. You'll see that I just kind of jump across the lava parts. In reality, these boss refights were actually not... This was like the hardest one because of the lava. The other ones were nowhere near as bad. Like, look, I just tank damage here. And punch. Worked on the DS's calendar and user info. Oh, I know that some games did that. I just didn't realize that Kirby Squeak Squad, of all games, had that. That's interesting. Here was the second one. It was the plant boss. Pretty much the same. Again, the fights are exactly the same. The only difference is that the arenas are different. So here we had, instead of there being like land between each of the spots, it was just platforms. And each of the pads that this witch plant made were out of different material. So like climbing some of them was harder. Like one of them was made of mud, I believe. Don't know why I took that photo. Don't know why I took this either. Oh, this is probably just for the next boss. So this is the third one was the bird that you fight 3 times. Entire arena is I think that's oil. I don't know what material it is. It burns you though, and essentially you just had to you know, suck up the material and throw it at it like this. Poo-poo water. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the fight wasn't too different. to be honest. It's just that you have to deal with there being water there, and you have to slam up more terrain. Oh, and if it falls on it, you had to, like, you know, climb on it. The slug was the fourth one. This was easier than the actual fight with them in the feast layer, because it would only make the goop on the circles around the edge. The middle was rough because of the salt enemies there, but like you could just ignore them. This really was not hard compared to the first. I mean, even the first fight wasn't hard. It was just tedious because actually hitting it towards the end was annoying. That's Karma, by the way. Karma's the slug monster. I already long established this with him. The final one was the core version of Stomp and Clomper again, and the only difference is that the floor was all concrete with gold underneath it, which made this very easy. Because if you just, you know, you just dong out, you just pick up the concrete and throw it at it. Overall, very easy boss rush. You get a triple banana, you get a quintuple banana after each one, and you get 2 upon beating the final one. And it's always conquered, and then the boss's name, and then conquer the boss rush. And there you go. That was that's the 6 boss rush. I did go back and do the mini challenges or the battle challenges as well. Turns out I was on the second to last one, and all you needed to do was make sure you don't destroy all the concrete, so that you could destroy the spike walls with it. The main issue is just that there's no concrete outside of the enemies, so if you destroy them all, you can't destroy the spike ones at all. And then the final match of that challenge rush was the very first boss again. The Grumpy Kong fight, which admittedly, this was an extremely easy finale for this thing. There you go. And once again, get 2 quintuples at the end. 113 throwdowns. I don't know why I say 2 there. Battle rush cleared. God. I knew you had the muscle for this. So then these both changed to like kind of a gray color when you beat them. I found out that if you get all the music discs, Trusty Tone does not ask you for tips anymore, and actually just thanks you for engaging in their services. And what else? Okay. So to max out the banana count, which, by the way, with all the upgraded abilities, you do need exactly 1,000 to max out, I need to farm banana chips, so I went to the feast layer and just did this for like 2 hours. This is literally the fastest way to earn banana chips. And even then, it's not that many. You just go to the easier version of the Wallopoid challenge, the one that's not in the gauntlet. And then you start over, and it just immediately takes you back and you keep everything. Get about like 30 to 40 chips per run. But considering that you need like 28, I needed like 2,800, it did take a while. In fact, here's me getting the last one. You actually don't get any sort of fancy cutscene for getting all 1,000, though the chip tone does refuse to sell you more after you get it. So it's like the Odyssey coin runs. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's a weird dark spot on an amazing game. A weird, like, grindy dark spot on this game. Yeah, no more bananas, all out of stock. You ate them all. You really rock. A little extra dialogue here.
Thank you for going on this adventure with me. Okay, you ready for this?
That's what she says if you choose to go to the surface after doing the second ending. And for doing... So for getting all the numbered bananas... Michael Blend. What? Oh, Blender. Okay, yeah, I'll show that off too. So for doing for beating the game, beating the post-game story, and doing all the numbered bananas, this is the difference in the ending. It's just the singing cutscene from the end of the second ending, but with DK and a bunch of animals there instead. DK was there in the first version of it, but like this is like the ultimate like you finished the game ending image. The only other reward you get is for getting 1,000 bananas. The balloons become like the DKC balloons with Donkey Kong's face on it, but even then, it's not really the same thing. But yeah, that's your minuscule reward for getting 1,000 bananas, and that's DK Bananza in a nutshell. Again, excellent game. That and Odyssey were both amazing. It's just like I don't know why they decided to do this like weird post game coin grind. Or chip grind in this case. It feels... It's a kind of philosophy that they seem to have introduced in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where it's just like, here's this collectible that you'll never... that no sane person will go after all of, but if you do, we'll give you a minor reward for it. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, why even offer it then? Why even offer the reward then? It's so unfulfilling. That said, you know, like... I didn't mind spending the extra hour or two grinding out the coins just to max it out. It wasn't too bad in this game. It will be if it's like Mario Odyssey, where they add a bunch of DLC costumes and you have to grind out banana chips to buy them all, which hopefully won't happen because I have an ass load of gold. So please, if you're going to put any DLC items in the game, Nintendo, just make it cost gold, please. Even if it's like 9,000 each, like some of Odyssey's costumes, I will still gladly... shell out because I already have the gold, unless they do it for more than like a couple of years, in which case anyway, I did make a couple of I did sculpt myself in DK Artist just to kind of wrap everything up, and I posted these elsewhere already, but here I am celebrating 100%. By the way, you do get a third star on your file when you get all 777 bananas, but that's it. You don't get any. You don't get a star for hitting 1,000. You don't get a star for getting all the discs. It's just beat the game, beat the post game, get every banana, every numbered banana in the game. Evil. If they add something like Luigi's Balloon World. See, but that's like... To be fair, yeah, I mean, like... Also, hey, PAXCon. Yeah, that mode was fun, but, like, also, it had those, like, achievements tied to it, like the levels. And, those got pretty grindy towards the end. But also, those were, like, you know, you already beat the game. You're just doing that for fun at that point. Got one more here. This is my farewell to DK. Let's see that one more time. Just for good measure. And I'm dead. Hey, Kyle Rick, how you doing? And that's DK and Kirby. I'm glad that I went and 100%ed them. It felt accomplishing, even if there was a little grindiness to it. And those games are finally behind me now, with them being finished. And that just leaves Fuga 3 as unfinished. Exploded in my head suddenly shrinks. No, exploded and I explode and this comes out of the rock. Just me, but giant. Big head. Alright, resting in bed? Nice. Always good. Always good to get some rest. Anyway. Yeah, they were both good. Again, Kirby DLC, I don't know if I'd say it's worth $20, but it was definitely a fun time. Bananza is absolutely worth the cost of entry, even if it does get a little grindy in the post-game if you want to finish it. But, again, actually finishing the skill tree and getting 1,000 bananas is not necessary to quote-unquote 100% it As long as you get all the mission bananas, you're good. So, it's up to you. Your mileage may vary on that. It's definitely less of a problem than it is in Mario Odyssey and, like, Breath of the Wild, with, like, the Korok seeds and stuff. Even if I do feel like it's a design philosophy that Nintendo might want to kind of cut back on a bit more. Hopefully Bonanza's a step in the right direction regarding that. But yeah, both great games. I give them both, 8 to 9 out of 10. Maybe higher, 9.5. We'll see. Actually, I don't know what we're seeing, but I don't know. Anyway, they were fun. So that's all I really have to say about them. This was just to kind of clean up both. Again, I'm going to make this video part of both playlists, just so I don't have to do another stream of either of them. And yeah, that's that. Stick around. I'll be back in just a moment, and we'll start Visions of Mana, and that'll be what I focus on for the rest of this week, outside of a Nintendo Direct reaction. So stick around. I'll be right back. I was going to play a funny sound, but I hesitated, and then the moment passed. You know what? That's good.